Good everyone, you're watching Radio Fixes. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to fix Microsoft Store error 0x80073d10 while installing any applications through Microsoft Store. Now, the first step to resolve this issue is using a reset Microsoft Store cache. Now, to resolve this issue, what you will have to do is you will have to open the run window by pressing Windows and R, or you can do a right click on the start button and then click on run window. Once you have the run window, you will have to go ahead and type the command wsreset.exe and then click on OK. So this will go ahead and reset your Microsoft Store, which will prompt for the command prompt, and then that should disappear and launch Microsoft Store. And once you open the Microsoft Store, you can try installing the applications which you were trying to install and see if that resolves this issue. If it results, well and good, you don't need to try the next step. Now the next step is to go ahead and free up the disk space. To free up the disk space, what you could do is you can click on the search, and in the search window you can type disk cleanup. You would see the best match disk cleanup. Double click on the disk cleanup and that should open the disk cleanup utility. Once you're on the disk cleanup, you may go ahead and choose all the files which you want to clear, including the temporary files and the thumbnails. Once that is done, you may go ahead and click on OK and then click on delete files, and that should delete the temporary or unwanted files which are currently present on the computer. So with that prompt, the temporary files and the unwanted files should be cleared from the computer. Once this is done, now the next step, what you could do is you could go ahead and check time and date. Now to do this, in the search window, you will have to go ahead and type control panel. Once you type the control panel, you will see the best match for the control panel. Double click on it. Now in case if you are on the view by large icons or small icons, you will have to switch to the category view. Once you're on the category view, you may go ahead and click on clock and region, and then click on date and time. And then once you're on the date and time window, you will have to go ahead and click on the tab which says internet time and then click on change settings. Once you have the internet time settings, you will have to go ahead and click on update now. This will give you a message saying that the clock was successfully synchronized with the time.windows.com. Once this is done, you may go ahead and click on OK, then click on OK again. Close this window, restart your computer and check if your issue has been resolved. In case if your issue has been resolved, well and good, you don't need to try the next step. Now the next step, what you could do is you can try to go ahead and run the Windows Store Troubleshooter on the computer. To do this, you can go to the search and type fix Windows Store. You will see the best match for find and fix problems with Windows Store apps. Click on it. That should open the Windows Store app troubleshooter on the computer. Click on advanced and choose the option which says apply repairs automatically, and then click on next. This will try to detect the problem within your Windows Store application and see if there are any issues to be resolved. Wait until the diagnosis is complete. Once the diagnosis is complete, you would see an option which says that it is completed, and then you can click on next. Wait until it gives you a prompt that the problem has been completely resolved. So basically what this will do is this will try to detect any additional problems and fix the problem by itself. You just have to follow the instructions on the screen till you get to this window. Once you're on this window, once the troubleshooting is completed, you may go ahead and click on close. Restart your computer and then check if your issue has been resolved. In case if your issue has been resolved, well and good, you don't need to try the next step. Now the next step to go ahead and resolve this issue is to go ahead and re-register Microsoft Store. To do this, you will have to open PowerShell on the computer. So in the search window, you may go ahead and type Power space shell. You will see the best match for Windows PowerShell. You can do a right click and then click on Run as Administrator. In case if you get a user access control prompt, you may click on yes or continue on the screen. Once you have the Windows PowerShell open, you will have to copy and paste the command from my video description. All you have to do is you will have to do a right click, and that should paste the command and hit enter. This will try to re-register Microsoft Store app on the computer. Once this is done, you may close this window, restart your computer and check if your issue has been resolved. In case if your issue has been resolved, well and good, you don't need to try the next step. Now the next step is to go ahead and run SFC SCAN to see if there are any issues related to your Windows file system. To run the SFC SCAN, you will have to click on the search and type CMD. Once you have the best match for the command prompt, you can do a right click and then click on run as administrator and click on yes when you get a prompt for the user access control. Once you are on the command prompt window, to run the SFC scan, you will have to type the command SFC /scan now and hit enter. So this will try to execute the command and see if there are any issues related to your Windows file system. It will execute the verification and you will have to wait until the verification has been completed to 100%. Once the verification is complete, you may close the window. For now, for the demonstration, I'm going to close this window. You will have to go ahead and close this window, restart your computer and check if your issue has been resolved. In case if your issue has been resolved, well and good, you don't need to try the next step. Now the last step what you could also try is you can try to upgrade or update your Windows, see if there are any updates available for your Windows. To do this, you can do a right click on the start button and then click on settings. Once you're on the settings, you may go ahead and click on Windows Update and then go ahead and check if there are any updates to be installed on the computer. So basically this will try to go ahead and check for the updates and install the updates. If there are any updates to be installed on the computer, you may go ahead and install those updates and check if that fixes the problem. Once the updates has been installed, you may go ahead and close this window, restart your computer and check if your issue has been resolved. In case if your issue has been resolved, well and good, you don't need to try the next step. Next step is to go ahead and repair your Windows Store. To do this, in the search window, you may go ahead and type Store or Microsoft Store. Once you have the best match for Microsoft Store, you will have to do a right click on Microsoft Store and then click on App Settings. That should take you to the app settings for Microsoft Store. As you scroll down, you will have to go ahead and click on Terminate and then click on Repair. Now when you're doing a repair, please keep your Microsoft account credentials handy with you, just in case if it prompts you to enter the username and password. You will have to go ahead and enter the username and password for your Microsoft account. Wait until the reset is complete. Once the reset is complete, the next thing what you will have to do is you will have to go ahead and do a reset and then click on reset again. And like I mentioned, keep your user credentials for your Microsoft handy with you, so that in case if it prompts you for the username and password when you're trying to launch the Microsoft Store, you will have to go ahead and enter the credentials. Once the repair and the reset is completed, you may close this window, restart your computer and check if you're able to install applications from Microsoft Store. So all these steps should definitely fix the problem. In spite of all this step, if you're still facing a problem, I would suggest you to leave me a comment in the comment section so that I can come up with the possible solution. I hope this video was useful. In case if you like this video, please make sure to hit the like button and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Have a great day.